Hello everybody, long time no see. Welcome to my pick a card reading. I do apologize for not posting for a while, but I was dealing with other things. So this pick a card reading is about what has your counterpart learned since meeting you. Alright, so we've got pile number 1, this Soot spirit. Pile number 2, the Cactus. Pile number 3, the little Piggy. And pile number 4, the Totoro. Alright, so go ahead, take your time, pause the video if need be, and pick a pile. Alright, so let's start with pile number 1. Where should I put this? Me trying to figure out the location. Okay. All right. What has pile 1's counterpart learned since meeting them? What has pile 1's counterpart learned since meeting them? One card. Okay. Alright, so these are the tarot cards that came out. The 3 of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Death card. So immediately the energy that I'm picking up is that they've learned to accept change. Right, that's the primary lesson that they have learned. As you can see with the Death card, the Death card is all about change, transformation, right? The energy I'm picking up from this little boy is like an energy of looking back on the past. But as you can see with the shooting star, there's a lot of hope present. And just a general energy of change. And if you look at the 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles is about foundations, building foundations, right? It came out in reverse, so we can see that he or she has essentially changed their worldview about certain things. And they've accepted change for what it is, right? Which is a good thing. And they've also learned how to be brave in the face of change. If you look at the Knight of Wands, right, it's a very like forge forward kind of energy. And this is a calm Knight versus the other side, which is a lot more heavy, right? It's so like in the face of change and transformation that usually don't make people feel very comfortable, they are maintaining their stand. Like they've come to terms with a lot of emotions in the past. They've come to terms with what has happened in the past, their childhood, and who they are now at present. Yes, and they've most likely experienced a spiritual awakening as well, right? You've really opened a door to their spiritual side, a side where they can connect with the divine energies, and with love, right? And just in general, a more positive view of the world. Like they understand change is not the end, it's the beginning, right? Death is not the end, but a beginning to something else. And they're learning to open their heart chakra, right? And it did come out in reverse, so they are definitely not in, like they haven't fully opened their heart fully, but they're learning to, and it's causing them some anxiety, right, about the situation. Alright, also the strategy card came out. Like I feel like they are trying to figure things out mentally. Just trying to adjust the light so you guys don't see a giant ring light. Alright, hope that's okay. Like they're trying to figure things out in their head, but what they really should be doing is figuring things out with their heart, right? And they're still learning to do that fully, right? They've mentally changed their perspective on the world. They're learning to mentally change it, and that's what they've learned since meeting you, right? But it takes some time before it becomes an emotional thing, right? So they're in the process of that, which is wonderful. They're just trying to get clarity about their emotions. they're really trying to take off energy-wise. Another thing that I feel like you might have taught them or helped them achieve is the capability of dealing with anxiety and emotional stress, right? Like you've helped them develop a strategy for that. And they have more hope for the future now than ever before. The wordy witch. I feel like they're really learning to love an aspect of themselves that they haven't loved before, because I feel like you have shown them how to love themselves, like because you've shown that you can love every part of them. And in a way, that's giving them a little bit of anxiety too, because it doesn't make much sense to them. Yeah. But in general, they're just learning. Right? They're learning to develop a new mindset, a new worldview. Right? What is a witch on a broomstick, right? They're in the air. They're looking at the world from above. Higher perspective, if you will. One card. Yeah. Whatever you're doing for them, don't stop. Okay? Like, it seems sometimes they may not like it. Sometimes they may feel burdened. And you may feel burdened. But know that what you're doing is helping them. Even if they don't feel like it is at times, right? Because you're helping them reach a new level of alignment, and it takes time for them to like figure that out. And in the process of figuring something like that out, it can actually be quite disheartening. Like it's like learning how to walk again, right? Like it's not very comfortable, right? We're comfortable in things that we already know. We're not comfortable when we are faced with new things, right? And that's what they're doing. They're facing the parts of themselves that they never really faced before or wanted to face before. They're facing changes and transformations, right? And like if you look at this child, like these are all emotions that came from when they were children. If you look at the cups, they're kind of banged up and broken, right? They're really facing their past, and that can be quite frightening. Okay, I hope that made sense for you guys. Pile number 1. Let's move on to group number 2. Thank you for joining me on this reading, group number 2. Right, this reading is about what have they learned since meeting you. Right, so what has your counterpart, your twin flame, your soulmate, even a friend, what have they learned since meeting you? How have they grown? Wow. The Death card is quite popular today, although this time it's on the more positive side. One more card. So we've got the Death card, the World card, the Page of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. All it's a very interesting energy. I feel like something has happened between the two of you. If you take a look, 2 cards are facing away. Right? Like it's kind of the feeling of a rebirth. But this rebirth was related to a sacrifice that was made. I feel like your counterpart is almost taking a pause, if that makes sense. Like they're learning to take it slow. Learning to take. Does that make sense? Maybe this person you're inquiring about was always a giver, but now they're learning to take back, to hold on to themselves and what belongs to them. They're really learning to be more free and open and expressive. Like they're aiming to be themselves. Let's see. Yeah, okay, and remember how I said they're learning to take time? They're like learning to be patient with something. Like time to stop and just think and be more aware of where they are. Community. Door to personal healing and happiness, right? Like they're learning to nurture themselves instead of other people. Like I don't know if you can see, but I feel like these girls are quite snooty. Like they're learning to learning to let go of people's perception, and they're learning to appreciate. Like this card is akin to, reminds me of the Nine of Pentacles, which is a lady by themselves in a garden, right? Appreciating being alone and appreciating loving themselves. Right, so I think that's what they've learned since meeting you, is learning to love and appreciate themselves instead of always doing for others, right? Or making decisions based on other people's opinions or desires. They're learning to be selfish in the best way possible, right? Yeah, once again, I know I can see, but like very similar energy, like tending to one's own garden. Right, nurturing oneself, being at peace with oneself. Yeah, this person has being reborn, so to speak. And they're bathing in it. They're really learning to let go of their toxicity, and they're in control of other people's toxicity, right? They're really learning to be more empowered. Yeah, so this person you were inquiring about most likely didn't have very much confidence. Doesn't matter how they appeared on the outside, right? Sometimes people who appear confident on the outside are actually the most vulnerable, the most unconfident people. It takes a lot of strength to be vulnerable and open. Yes, card. It takes a lot of courage, and you've taught them that it's okay to be themselves, it's okay to be selfish. It's good to put oneself first. That's beautiful. Always, always, always love yourself first, because only then can you truly provide for other people, right? You have to provide for yourself first. It's like, you know, when we're on an airplane, if the cabin pressure goes off, right? And you have a child beside you, you first need to take care of yourself first, right? And I feel like they've been meditating, getting aligned. They're most likely discovering and learning new ways to appreciate themselves. Yeah, and they're learning to take that balance, right? That balance of being selfish in a good way, and also learning to do what they can for others, right? Basically, they're trying to balance what they've learned in the past with what they're learning now since meeting you. Hope that makes sense. Honestly, you guys have had a wonderful impact on whoever you're inquiring about. Right? They're learning to really be they're learning to be kinder by being kinder to themselves. And they're really relishing in that. All right, group number 2, I hope that resonated. If it didn't, not a reading for you. Let's move on to group number 3. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to this pick a card reading. This reading is about what have they learned since meeting you, right? So what has your counterpart learned since meeting you? This could be anyone in your life. Right? But obviously someone who's connected to you. And most likely has had a significant impact on you as well. I should really check this out. Pile number 3 is the little piggy. It's the year it's 2019, year of the pig, which is almost over actually. Alright. What has pile number 3's counterpart learned since meeting them? So what has pile number 4's counterpart learned, 3's counterpart learned since meeting them? Alright, so we got the moon, the 3 of Cups in reverse, the 3 of Pentacles also in reverse, and the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so I feel like okay, this is interesting. Oftentimes the Three of Cups represents third party energies. The Three of Pentacles can also represent third party energies, and the Four of Pentacles often represents holding on to things. Seeing as they all came out in reverse, I feel like the person that you're inquiring about is learning to let go of this energy. And they're following their intuition more. I feel like they're most likely learning to let go of their old foundations, their past, and moving forward into a new future. My throat just was hurting when right now when I'm talking, which it wasn't hurting before. I'm feeling this person has some blocks in their throat chakra they're still working on. They've learned to see their attachment. Like if you look at this woman, she's looking at this mask, right? The mask that we always have on in society. Like she can see it clearly now that she is attached to this mask. She's aware. Like they're learning to see past illusions. And they're embracing the journey that they are on and taking the courage to go on that journey. Like the garden and the gate is about a girl who's inside a garden and being afraid to take action, right? It's very funny how these two came out at once. Basically, they were someone who was afraid of change, afraid of going out, exploring the world, but now they've taken the courage to do that. And they're also learning to maintain balance in their life. And they're kind of also out of balance at the moment. This card did come out in reverse. They're trying to figure out the best action to take. But they kind of feel like their life is upside down a little bit. Lots of changes going on for them too. Okay. And they're really learning about caring for others. as well. Yeah, for group 3s out there, this is definitely more along the lines of a romantic connection. And right now, they're most likely facing some indecision that they still have to make. But that's okay. They very well know that they cannot continue on the path that they used to, right? If they continued, it would be towards a dead tree. So whatever it is, whatever decision they make, it will be the right one. Know that. And they're trying to make that right now. But they're definitely trying to change. And they definitely know that whatever direction they were heading leads to nowhere. A lot of that might actually be in regards to taking care of oneself and other people, right? Not just themselves, but other people as well. Yeah, once again, another card about adventure, journey, and change. The Toil and Trouble Witch. This card, I feel like the picture, at least, the image represents embracing one's darker side. One's shadows, one's demons, one's ghosts. Like being comfortable with that. Being accepting of that. And embracing it with love. And understanding that they have to let go of what is rotten, what is done, what is old. And coming into terms with that. They're really learning to start a new path, begin something new. I feel like they're working on their crown chakra as well as their throat chakra. You can see the two lights at the crown and the throat. They're also learning to let go and remain positive, right? Reconsider. For some of you out there, I feel like the situation might be one with separation. Like, I feel like you might be inquiring about someone that isn't with you presently, and they are praying for a positive outcome, and they hope that you would consider them. I feel like a lot of you like separated from the person you're inquiring about for whatever reason. They're hoping that you would reconsider when they come back. Like, you wouldn't just push them away, and they're trying to remain positive about it, but their throat hurts like mine right now. Right? Their communication is still off. They want to communicate. They want to open the heart, which is, you know, green, and the throat is blue. Right? They want to open their heart and their lips. Yeah, but in general, they're just coming into terms with all the things that has happened in the past, and all of what they are, who they are, decisions that they made. Their attachment to material things, to what was once comfortable for them, right? Without letting go of what makes us comfortable, there would be no change, and without change, there is no life. Right? Hope that made sense for you guys. Group 3. Let's go on with group number 4, the Totoro group. Okay. Welcome, group 4. Thank you for joining me on this pick a card reading. I hope all of you is well. Let's see. This pick a card reading is about what your counterpart has learned since meeting you. What has the counterpart learned since meeting group number 4? Automatically, I feel like this person has learned to stop performing, to stop pretending that they're okay, to face themselves, their intuition, their gut. Oh my God. Damn, these two really wanted to come out. Alright. We've got the King of Wands and the Four of Wands in reverse. Alright, so immediately I feel like the situation was something along the lines of the two of you fighting, battling, being angry with each other. And this person that you're inquiring about feels like they won this battle, but they were like they were hiding all the losses that were truly going on with them, right? Like if it came out like this, you can see how positive that looks, but it came out like this, right? And you can see all the wounds on the soldiers, all the destruction in the background, right? And they're learning to put down their weapon and to be more communicative, or even if not communicative, just like a calmer energy, more aligned, more balanced, more in their power. Most likely because you've done the same thing, right? Essentially, they've stopped putting on a performance. They've learned to not always be so strong, like strong-headed, pretending that they're stronger than they are, pretending that they're in more control than they are, right? The Two of Pentacles is all about that balance, right? The man is juggling, right? Like they're putting on a performance. It's reverse. So I would say that they are admitting that they don't know what they're doing, that they don't know what is the best thing that they can do. And because of that, I feel like you two are working better together now. The King of Wands and the High Priestess all came up like face to face, facing each other. None of them is turned around, turned back. Yeah, and they're learning how to follow their intuition, be calmer, be more aligned. I think both of you are, in reality, like you guys are working harmoniously together. The Temple Path in reverse. I need some clarity on that one. They're learning to be stronger in a more gentle way, more poised. And using their head more. Indecision as well. I feel like you guys are probably facing a bit of a dilemma about something. Just know that no matter what decision you make, it will be all right. I just want to get some clarification on the temple path. Why is the temple path in reverse? I feel like it's related to a change in perspective. But what is this change in perspective? Okay, I might have to come back to that. I feel like for some of you out there, the person you're inquiring about has learned to use their head, whereas before they might have had outbursts of emotional anger. New ideas. Got the hedge witch. As well as the bat witch. I feel like this person might be hiding something from you. But at the same time, it's weird. I feel like your energies are pretty cohesive. It's what, like, I feel like whoever picked group number 4, you're in communication with this person. I feel like they're hiding something from you. A gift? Perhaps they're hiding a gift, disguise. Secrets? Maybe they didn't tend to keep secrets in the past, but are now better at keeping secrets? I don't know. Like, I guess a clarification. Communicate clearly. Yeah, it seems like they're hiding something. They're not telling you something. What are they not telling you? I am curious. They're either not telling you something or not telling someone else something. Be assertive came out in reverse. So if they are hiding something, I would recommend that you don't push them to tell you. I don't know, is this even part of the reading anymore? I'm just really curious now, though. I don't think it has anything to do with my question. What have they learned since meeting you? Actually, no, I'll just ask for clarification on the situation. I'm really curious. Please clarify the situation. The Ace of Cups in reverse. Well, the Ace of Cups in general means a new beginning of some sort. A new beginning of emotions. But I don't think it's very positive. This is a very confusing reading for me. Mainly because it has nothing to do with my actual question, so I don't even feel like I should do it. I'm not even sure if I should tell you. I think I might know what their secret is, but all in all, they're just hiding something from you. Please ask them about it. Thank you.